Um, and today I know that grief can be monstrous, and it you can spend your whole life grieving somebody who would have wanted you to live at peace. And so I begin to think about Kanisha's memory. Instead of waiting for a time of the year to become sad, I wait for a time of the year. Thank you so much, Cassie. I wait for a time of the year to celebrate her, to celebrate her life, because I got tired of being depressed and eating over her not being here. It doesn't matter how many fast food restaurants I eat at, it's not going to bring my baby back. No matter how many fried chickens you eat, your mama's not coming back. You can bake him cakes until you blew in the Facebook. Mom ain't coming back, baby. She might come back through your memories, through your heart, through stuff like that, but she not gonna walk in the living room and be like, "What you doing? What you in there cooking?" You know. And I think it's hard for us to really come to, understanding that death is inevitable. It's the only one thing that we're guaranteed is death, and that I think I try to look at it as God lending me an angel on loan. That's how I try to think of it. Is God is lending me an angel on loan. And so, anyways, are we ready to get our reading? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? And I can show you guys the little area and the table that we're going to be remaking in the next 2 days. But let's get our reading done. Let's get backtrack on our reading, because remember, with my new schedule, I'm working late in the evening or early in the morning, so it's harder to get my readings done. So now it's going to just be a few days a week. So when those days come, we're going to make those days count. So thank you guys so much for chilling with us today. You are absolutely gorgeous, Queen. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Leah? Let me put where the real glasses out. Hold on, let me find the vision. Leah, thank you, baby. Baby, I can't see. Miranda, thank you. Miranda, thank you. Okay, Kanisha, we almost got 5K in your name, Kanisha. All right, so and today's reading is going to be in honor of Kanisha Daje Denise Brim, my firstborn. She would be whatever 2026 in 2020 1992. I think she would be 34. All right, here we go. Today's reading says, if your prayers were the normal safe ones, then maybe you would have had a good day, arrived safely, or enjoyed a blessed double cheeseburger, fries, and a Diet Coke. Or if you ventured out into slightly bigger prayers, maybe you would have nailed a presentation at work or landed a new client. Even though you were really unprepared, maybe you would have gotten the front row parking spot you asked God for in the busy parking lot of the mall. Or maybe, just maybe, you would have won the lottery. For years, if I did a prayer audit, the results would have been dismal. If God had done everything over a week's period that I had asked him to do, the world wouldn't have been much different at all. Honestly, some weeks I wouldn't have prayed for anything. Other weeks I might have prayed, but prayers were all about me. And that doesn't change much in the grand scheme of things. My prayers were too safe. I had access to the creator and sustainer of the universe, the great I am, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and all the power ever present, all knowing. God can send fire from heaven, shut the mouths of hungry lions, or calm a raging storm. And all I asked him to do was to keep me safe and to help me have a good day. Then one day I came across a prayer attributed to Sir Francis Drake, an English sea captain who lived from 1540 to 96 to 1596. His prayer messed me up. It wasn't easy to pray, and it definitely wasn't safe. The dangerous prayer helped stretch me to move me from comfortable coastings to soaring by faith. As our time together comes to a close, I encourage you to take a few minutes and read through Drake's words slowly. Now, should we read Drake's words today, or should we read Drake's words tomorrow? Because remember, we only have about 20 pages today. I saw today. All right, here we go, babies. Here we go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's get it. Here we go. It says, disturb us, Lord. When we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true because we have dreamed too little, when we arrived safely because we sailed too close to the shore, disturb us, Lord. When with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the waters of life. Having fallen in love with life, we have ceased to dream of eternity, and in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our visions of the new heaven to dim. Disturb us, Lord, to dare more boldly to venture to our wilder seas, where storms will show us mastery, where losing sight of land we shall find the stars. We ask you to push back on the horizon of our hopes, to push back the future in strength, courage, hope, and love. This we ask in the name of our captain, who is Jesus Christ. Amen. And that's what God did. He disturbed me. For years, I never wanted to be interrupted, but after praying more dangerous prayers, I discovered that God's gentle promptings would regularly interrupt my self-centered plans, and He would direct me toward His eternal will. Instead of being limited by what I wanted, God helped me to care more about others and consider what He wants. Instead of craving a life of comfort, I found joy in serving the needs of others through daily acts of faith rather than trying to control my life. I've learned to trust God by moment, even if He breaks me. I'm far from perfect. Some would say I'm disturbed. I'm more disturbed than ever, but I'm closer to God. My faith is stronger. My life is richer. My heart is fuller. I believe God wants to disturb you too. And if you made it to the end of this book, then you must be craving more from your relationship with God. You long to know Him, talk to Him, to listen to Him, and to be guided by Him. You hunger to make a difference. You ache to glorify God with how you live your life. It's time to change the way you pray. It's time to seek God passionately. With every fiber of your being, it's time to abandon safe, comfortable, predictable, easy to pray prayers. It's time to pray with courage that you deserve a healthy life, to be diabetic, blood hypertension free, congestive heart failure free, swollen, inflamed free. You deserve a life to feel safe, comfortable. It's time to pray with courage, to risk, to open up yourself to a different path, to a better destination. It's time to start praying dangerous. It's time to be disturbed. Think about what could be different if you prayed with more transparency. If you prayed about the food noise, the cravings, the dysregulation, the flashbacks, the discomfortable, the inability to sleep, the codependency, the trauma, the aggressive behavior, the abuse, the neglect happening in your everyday life, the verbal abuse, the financial abuse some of us are living in. Think about what could be different if you pray with more transparency. What if you can't stop eating because your situation is environmental obesity and you eating over the stresses of your environment? What if the reason why your emotional hunger is so bad because your environment is so uncomfortable right now? My God, get somebody free right now, my God. What if all that stuff you keep thinking that's not affecting you is actually got a stronghold on you? What if you chewing from the discomfort from the things you're accepting because it's causing uncomfortableness in your body and the dysregulation continues to grow? My God, set somebody free. Set somebody free. God, tell them it's an answer. Tell them if you could just tell them that if you can see the loop, you can stop the loop. People can't see the loop. That's what I'm trying to teach you, because you don't even know what's happening, because it be so just regular. It just be so regular that you don't even know. All right, it's time to be disturbed. He said, think about what could be different if you pray with more transparency, if you risk more, if you were more open to what God might do in you instead of just hoping He will do something for you. Stop just praying, God, make me skinnier, make me smaller, make the scale move, get this weight off me, and say, God, heal me from the things that are broken in my heart. Remove the irrationality in me. Take away the bondage of self. Take away my ill will living. Take away from my sinful thinking. Take away the hate for myself. Take away from the neglect and failure I put on myself. Take it away. Oh God, if you could just say those things out loud and not feel shame. He said, what if you were more open to what God might do instead in you instead of just hoping he will do something for you. You hoping for a new car, but your deprivation is tied to your eating, and your eating is tied to your sadness, and your sadness is tied to your lack. So even when you're not eating, you over shopping because you lose 5 pounds and go buy a new outfit, but you don't even realize they're all connected. Anyway, somebody get free. hmm hmm Show somebody the cycle right now, God. Somebody drowning in there, baby. Somebody drowning in the cycle. God, help them. Help them. Tell them they ain't coming by accident. Show them, God. It's not my job, it's yours. I can't do nothing. I'm human. It says if you were more open to what God might do in you instead of just hoping he would do something for you, make the scale move, make you thinner, make the clothes fit, make you smaller. I want to be like I used to be. God does not want you to be your old self. Why you keep trying to get back to who you used to be? You trying to get back down to a size 14. You a size 50 and trying to become the size you was when you was 12 and don't realize that God done brought you to the other side of glorious and victorious, and you trying to go back to broken and open. God get us free. Hallelujah. Somebody do something about it. I can't. I can't. Somebody else gotta do it. Somebody else gotta do it. Somebody else gotta do it. We together. We on the same page. I know we still together because I don't know. Because sometimes I be on this live by myself. It be about no people in here, but that's okay. Y'all know I talk to one or I talk to 1,000. Y'all know I ain't never been moved by a number or impressed by a like because I'm here on the word of God, and God gonna get through no matter what you do. You can be mad by looking at my picture saying, look at her. That's why God gonna mess around, bless you, open your heart up and show you something. You're gonna be inboxing me because it ain't that type of party. It's not you against me. It's us against it. We at war with a thing called obesity. It's bigger than all of us. But until we learn to come together and help one another and educate one another on the basis of information it's not used, but it's accessible. Some people can't understand it, so somebody got to go first. Somebody got to start talking about it. Somebody got to start talking about food, brain-based obesity. Somebody have to. Somebody have to. So I said, pick me. It's fine, because I know what I was thinking. I know the battles and struggles I was going through. Thank you, baby. I know the battles and struggles I was going through at 599, at 592 pounds. I know what my brain would do. I could literally have just eaten, just had something to drink, and somebody could call me on the phone that made me uncomfortable. And before the call was already over, I had gotten something out and was eating, y'all. That's how much I start to notice. That's why when you come in the live and you say, Coach, what should I do if I want to lose 50 pounds? And I say to you, baby, I want you to get a notebook. I want you to write down when you eat, what you eat, and why you eating. And I want you to do that for 7 days. And in those 7 days, you're going to see some patterns about your behavior, and you're going to see some patterns about the way you think. And then those patterns are going to align with when you overeat and restrict. Somebody say hallelujah. Somebody get free. Thank you, Leticia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to pin that comment again. I tried to. I'm going to go up and get the comment for the masterclass. I saw your inbox. It popped up on my screen. I'm going to try to go up and get the comment for you. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Someone just asked for the link for the class. I'm trying to go get it. Unless Cassie, can you drop it, baby? I was trying to scroll up and grab it, but it's a lot of comments since our last. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Some of the comments are going without me. If you're looking for the masterclass, there's the link. We have 5 more seats. Okay, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. I'm going back to it. Here we go. I'm gonna read it again because I'm trying to let you think about it. I'm trying to let you process it because it's heavy. What I just said was heavy. For some of you, this is it. Right now, what I'm talking about is the very reason why the scale is not moving. You think it's everything but this. It's this. It's dysregulation. Everybody has it. It just shows up different. And for me and you, it shows up in our chewing. For somebody else, it might show up in their drinking. Thank you, baby. Thank you, TR. Hey, Jay. Welcome in. Hey, Laura. For somebody else, the dysregulation may show up in their cleaning, in their OCD, in their insomnia, in their heightened stress levels, in their picking, in their codependency. But for me, and for many of you in all of these lives, I'm live on all 7 platforms. For me and you, when our body feels dysregulation, our brain says calm it down by chewing. because eating is the easiest way to chew. That's why you get messages randomly. First, you have an experience called habit hunger. That's where every day at the same time, your brain tells you go get this item. It's pre-predicting distress. Okay. Then you have when you're feeling under pressure and the dopamine heightens, your body goes for serotonin. This is stress hunger. You get a message that says go get something sweet. Heighten that stress. Lower the stress, heighten the serotonin. Okay. All right. Then you got the habit loop where you restrict all day. Then you get the message that you're hungry. You respond to it, overeating. You feel guilty from over rewarding yourself. And then you end up back at the beginning of restricting from the guilt and shame. So you have a cue, a craving, our trigger. So you have a trigger, our craving. Then you have the action, our behavior. Okay, so it's like what you end up doing. That's your reward. And then you go into remorse, guilt, or shame. It's a loop which takes you back to restricting. Restricting causes the brain to over increase dopamine. The brain then fights to increase serotonin. You get food noise. Food noise cuts on. It tells you need to go get something and you'll feel better. You don't know if that's what it's really saying. You think you actually need something. So of course you go respond, and after you eat, you do feel better. The part that you're missing is you never needed to eat. You just didn't know how to stop the cue because it's autonomic. Your brain is performing on a pathway. Our brain has a lot of neuroplasticity, meaning that it can bend and curve very easily. That's why you can change habits. So just like you can change a habit, you also can innately learn about a habit that's autonomic without your response, which is what the habit loop is. It does not require your actual emotional contribution to occur. It can happen on habit without participation. Your job is to be trained and taught the cues that trigger it in the brain so that the minute you get the cue, you put in place the actual modification techniques that work for each type of hunger. Are we all together? Yes. Okay. Now I'm gonna read this to you again. Now I've told you all that. Okay. Now you're gonna apply it to what I'm about to read. Okay. So I just gave you this neuroscience. All right. The neuroscience behind cravings, urges, obesity, restricting, orthorexic, things like that. I just gave you the science. Okay. Okay. Now, let me give you scriptural. All right. Okay, we got to verify ourselves. It's making us verify. Verify. Okay, here we go. Are we tapping it up? Are we all together? We all together. All right, here we go. Auntie Love said yes. Welcome in, Aaliyah. Welcome in, guys. Leticia, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for the love and likes. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Instagram. Welcome in. All right, here we go. You ready? Hold on to your seats because it's kind of heavy. If it's for you, if it's for you. If it's not, sit back, relax. If you want to be inspired, motivated, stay. If you're looking for a breakthrough, stay. But if you're not, it's okay. Just scroll on by and I'll see you another day. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go up a little bit. Think about what could be different if you pray with more transparency, if you risk more, if you were more open to what God might do in you instead of just hoping he would do something for you. What if you prayed bolder prayers, dream bigger, recklessly pursued Jesus with daring, safe, self-abandoning faith? I'm sorry. What if you prayed bolder prayers, dream bigger, recklessly pursued Jesus with daring, self-abandoned faith? Have the courage to ask God to search you. Give him permission to know your heart, to see if you have anything offensive dwelling in your soul, to lead you to his plans. When you do, maybe God will reveal a corner of darkness in your heart and transform it with his glorious light, and you will never be the same again. Or do you dare pray for God to break you? It's scary, no doubt. You may not hear from him right away. Then one day, he will answer that dangerous prayer, and the breaking will be more painful than you could ever imagine. But so is the intimacy, the strength of his presence, and the unwavering confidence in the goodness of God on the other side of your pain. You won't want to go through the breaking again, but you would also never change what God did in you through your brokenness. You will be different. Your faith will be deeper. You are his. He is yours. It's all you, baby. Once you know God so well, you won't want to wait for him to send you. this to use you for his purpose, to serve and to love, to minister and to give, to forgive and to heal. Sent by God, you may confront some injustices, right, wrong, meet some needs. He will be glorified. The lives and hearts of others, men and women, will be changed, and you will know that you obeyed God and showed his love. Instead of being obsessed with comfort, you will live for a calling. God will stretch you out of the comfort zone and you will lead people to know Jesus. One day, perhaps God will hear your faith-filled cries in heaven and heal someone from cancer on earth. Perhaps you are speaking to God, he will speak to you. Maybe he will nudge you out of your comfort zone and he will have your first serious discussion about adopting a child. Or you will obey the voice of God and pay for someone's groceries. Or you will follow the prompting of God's Spirit and commit to go on your church's upcoming mission trip. No matter what, your life won't stay the same. When you pray dangerously, your life simply can't remain the same. If you truly want to make a difference on earth, you need power from heaven. If you want your life to matter, it's time to pray big, bold, audacious prayers. Seek God and dream big. Refuse to fear failure. It's time to venture out, to trust, to dare, to believe. Your life won't always be safe, and it will take faith. But without faith, it's impossible to please God. What are you waiting for? Hello, always. Hi, Richard. What are you waiting for? Close the book. Open your heart. Cry out to God. Pray. It's actually the end of the book. These are discussion questions, which we could probably come live and talk about one or two of them this week. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but that I'm gonna go read that section again because somebody needs to hear it. Okay, because somebody needs to hear this right now. This is for somebody. Think about what could be different if you prayed with more transparency, if you risk more, if you were more open to what God might do in you instead of hoping he will do something for you. What if you prayed bolder prayers, dream bigger, recklessly pursue Jesus with daring, self-abandoned faith? Have the courage to ask God to search you, give him permission to know your heart, to see if you have anything offensive dwelling in your soul, to lead you to his plan. When you do, maybe God will reveal a corner of darkness in your heart and transform it with his glorious light, and you will never be the same again. Or dare you pray for God to break you? It's scary, no doubt. You may not hear from him right away. Then one day he will answer that dangerous prayer. And the breaking will be more painful than you could ever imagine. And the breaking will be more painful than you can ever imagine. But so is the intimacy, the strength of his presence, and the unwavering confidence in the goodness of God on the other side of your pain. You won't want to go through the breaking again, but you would also never change what God did in you through your brokenness. You will be different. Your faith will be deeper. You are his. He is yours. Once you know God so well, you won't want to wait for him to send you, to use you for his purpose, to serve you, to love, to minister, to give, to forgive, and to heal. Sent by God, you may confront some injustices, right, some wrong, meet some need. He will be glorified. The lives and hearts of other men and women will be changed, and you will know that you obeyed God and showed his love. So no matter what, your life won't stay the same. When you pray dangerously, your life simply can't remain the same. If you truly want to make a difference on earth, you need power from heaven. If you want your life to matter, it's time to pray big, bold, audacious prayers. Seek God and dream big. Refuse to fear failure. It's time to venture out, to trust, to dare, to believe. Your life won't always feel safe, and it will take faith. But without faith, it's impossible to please God. What are you waiting for? Wow, you guys, ironically, that's the end of our readings too. Wow, I had no idea we were going to finish the book on April 19th. I'll always remember that's the day that we finished Dangerous Prayers on TikTok on Kanisha's heavenly birthday. All right, we got 5 minutes for questions. I want to get some prayer done. I want to go to prayer line. You guys, I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me, you guys. Oh, I still got a ton of work to do. I have a table right here I need to refurbish. I got to get started on it. I need to run and get the screws to tighten the legs. The legs look like they might be defective. Part of me wants to take the whole table. But they really just need to be tightened. Maybe I could take one leg with me. Oh, okay. So I created a little space in memory of my daughter in my home. And I put up wallpaper so far. I moved the shelving unit over, and then I got to hang shelves on the wall. I'm going to hang some shelves on the wall, and those shelves are going to have some of these babies sitting on them. So, and we are making a new coffee table for the living room. Yay. And yeah, we're great. We're loving life. God is doing a good thing, you guys. And I'm excited for you guys who signed up for the masterclass tomorrow. The sales close a couple hours before the class, so make sure you grab your seat. New beginnings. Yep. This year, no sadness. I didn't fall into depression. I didn't sleep or eat my feelings away. I did what I was supposed to. I got up this morning. I got a bunch of stuff to do in the house. I still have laundry I have to sweep and mop. Y'all, I need a vacuum. I ain't got no vacuum. My vacuum broke. And vacuums do so much stuff. I gotta investigate a vacuum to get a vacuum. I gotta investigate a vacuum to get a vacuum, y'all. So, next up, now that I got my lab done, I'm gonna head to prayer. I got about 30 minutes of prayer. I'm gonna go to prayer. And then after prayer, I have to run. Remember, I just told you I need the screw. Oh, you're so welcome. I didn't even know that. See, that's God. See, TR, I didn't know. You had mentioned it, but like not really went into detail. So I didn't know if it was something religious. But now I'm glad that I was able, I'm glad we did that.